I'm struggling to accept my girlfriend's past prior to our relationship. She told me some sexual things she did a couple months before we met. Something I'd never be okay with from a partner.
What did she do?
You look at your girl, you have a certain image of her. Man, if you can't handle it, don't ask the number.
I think that it's just unrealistic to get upset about your partner's past.
No matter what it is, if you found out your female partner had a threesome with 2 guys, that changes some shit.
It changes a lot. My boyfriend and I are about to go long distance in the next 2 days, and it's putting a massive toll on my mental health. We can't afford to visit each other. The money is tight.
Listen, bro, I'm talking straight to you. If you love this girl, whatever she needs, give it to her. Whatever reassurance she needs. Answer her phone calls. Give her the security that she needs. FaceTime. Send the nudes.
Distance makes the heart grow fonder. When you do come together, it's just going to be even more special.
If you get through it, there's nothing you can't overcome. I'm struggling to accept my girlfriend's past prior to our relationship. I've been with my girlfriend for about 2 years. Good long time. Good time. The first year was casual, but things have gotten more serious lately. Around the 1 year mark, while drunk, she told me some sexual things she did as a teenager that really bothered me. She forgot she told me until I brought it up the next day. At the time, I was dealing with mental health issues and just pushed it aside. We take mental health serious here. Now that we're more serious, I'm having a harder time letting it go. She also did something a couple months before we met that, while not as bad, is still something I'd never be okay with from a partner. She says she's changed, and outside of this, our relationship is great, but I still feel sick when I think about it. I love her and I want a future with her, but this part of her past keeps messing with my head. I don't know what to do.
Oh my gosh. I'm dying to know. Like, he said he feels sick. What did she do?
It doesn't necessarily mean she did something like insane.
Yeah.
It just may be some things outside of his realm of like comfortability. Something maybe they haven't explored yet. And
Yeah.
now he's looking at her like, we haven't even done these things.
Yeah.
And you've done these without me. There's a lot to unpack here.
Unpack. There's a lot to
Immediate
unpack.
reactions, immediate opinion, and then we'll have a little fun with it.
Absolutely. Wow. So I feel like that is something that is like really relatable for a lot of people.
For sure.
Right? Because we all have like our past before,
We do.
you know, our relationship, our long-term relationship, right?
Yes.
So, wow. Yeah. I mean, I can understand, you know, some people are not truly like comfortable.
Yeah.
And they don't like to hear that their partner has been with other people as well.
That's the running joke. It's like, I
You
don't
know?
even want to hear about you like having sex prior to
Yeah.
me, right?
Sounds like
Obviously,
she offered up the information though.
Yeah, she was.
Like she was
She
drunk
said she was
and
drunk.
she
was like, I used to turn up.
that's where women go wrong, is like we get a little too comfortable too early, and then
Yeah.
we start offering up information not knowing really how our partner is going to
Yeah, not
feel
for nothing,
about
guys.
it.
That vodka is like, or the tequila is like a truth serum.
Yeah, if
wanna
you want to find out,
shit, just get her drunk. We good.
Get her
We in
drunk.
there.
Wow. But also, I mean,
Perspective wise, you got to put this into perspective. You find some crazy shit about my past, but we're deep into this, right? We're deep into this relationship. So you love me like completely, but you find out some wild things I did prior to you. That's where this gets hard, because can you judge somebody if it's prior to you? If you're just now finding out the information, does it change how you look at them? There's a lot
That's
to
a
unpack
great
here, and we're
question.
gonna get there. We're for sure gonna get there, because I feel like everybody's kind of went through this. Men definitely go through it more than women.
you think
Because
so?
like, yeah, no, for sure. Because we're prideful. This like, even in a relationship, typically a woman is more liable to take a man back if he cheats
Yeah.
than vice versa. A man
Okay.
cannot get over that. Now, don't get me wrong. Men will take a woman back who cheats, right? But we're talking like prior to the relationship, the same rules apply.
Okay.
The same rules apply. When we find out something, it's a pride and ego thing as a man. You look at your girl, you have a certain image of her, you think that she's this angel, or maybe you know she wasn't, but you don't never question it. That's where hey, listen, men, if you can't don't ask the number.
Please don't.
Don't ask the number if you can't handle it. Some people can. If you want to know the number and it completely won't bother you, I know people like that. I know people that don't have no problem with that. But if you can't handle it, if you have if you got to know yourself. If you have insecurities, if you struggle with that type of information, I don't care how curious you get. Don't ask the number. Don't ask the number. Don't ask about prior. Now, she did offer this information up.
She did.
That's where we're kind of like,
That's where she fucked up.
Yeah.
Because, like, we have had serious conversations about, I mean, it could be anything, right? But we know each other. Yeah. I know what you can handle.
Yeah.
You know what I can handle. Mm-hmm. And we don't have anything crazy really to talk about.
Yeah.
But, I just feel like we know each other, and we're not going to, I'm not going to, get drunk and offer up, information.
Yeah.
Without, knowing, having those conversations, prior.
That's a wild scenario.
It's a little weird to, get drunk and be like, hey, I had a threesome, which I haven't, by the way. But, I had a threesome, back in the day. Randomly? Is that how the conversation started?
I know, bro. I don't know if I truly believe she just offered up the information. I feel like you might have just, you might have pushed maybe she did, but, how did this, I need some context around this, because, how did this information just...
There had to have been, a deep conversation or, talks about, things that they've done sexually.
Yeah.
And maybe she was just, a little, honest, as we should be, right? Yeah. But it sounds like he just got more information than what he bargained for. What he wanted, yeah.
But now we got to get to the meat and potatoes of this. How do we do you get to feel a way about your partner's past if it's prior to you, and if you do, what do you do about it?
I think that if you feel a way about your partner's past, there's something that you need to deep dive into, within yourself. Mm-hmm. Because realistically, we all have a past. And, unless you're a nun.
Virgin. Yeah. I know some people would advocate for this, but yeah, we all got a pass.
Seriously, we all do. Even if it's even if you don't have a lot of, numbers under your belt, mm-hmm. You have some sort of experience dating somebody.
Yeah.
So, and I think that it's just unrealistic to get upset about your partner's past, what they did prior to you. It has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with their love for you either.
No matter what it is.
Okay.
Look, what if it's egregious?
If it's some real downright nasty monstrous shit that you did.
That's what I'm asking. There's got to be a level to this, right? There's got to be some sort of boundary. How far do I hey, I've had a threesome. Okay, maybe I could deal with that. Hey, I've had a foursome. Maybe I could deal with that. Hey, I was involved in an orgy of 20 people. Whoa. What? Hold on.
That's a little extreme. I think that I'm thinking of the basics. Maybe you've been with, a lot of people in your, I don't know,
but 10, do you think there's
10 years or so before meeting the person.
Do you think there's a boundary? Okay, what if it is something okay, this is kind of agreed. We're deep into our relationship. Mm-hmm. We're deep into our relationship. I love you. I want to marry you, actually. This person. Is it now you're not the person I thought you were, and now I got a request of my love?
That could absolutely be.
It's okay, for instance, maybe you wouldn't have a problem with a threesome with two girls, but what if you found out your partner had a threesome, your female partner had a threesome with two guys? That changes some shit. I'm sorry.
That changes a lot.
That changes some shit.
That changes a lot.
I'm looking at you crazy. And no, I'm sorry. No judgment. Everybody is free to sexually explore as much as they want to. But if I'm going to marry you one day, mm-hmm. if I get serious about you, that's going, I'm not judging the girl who does it, who I'm not getting serious about. But the girl who I am getting serious about,
yeah.
I don't know, that messes me up.
I understand the whole viewing your partner, maybe you've put her on a pedestal and she's just so angelic and
right.
you just have like these high expectations, and then you find out like she was a little freak in the sheets some
She's now
years
since
ago.
changed, right? I got two things to say
And
about
people
this. I'm
can
glad I just brought that
change.
up.
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
So first things first. I forgot one of my points, but my second point, and this is, I'm going to serious this out a little bit, and we can go back. There can be things from someone's past that causes them to be more sexually active than the normal person, and you need to take that serious. There can be SA involved in someone's history. There can be even grape involved in someone's history, and those things can change. Those things can absolutely change the direction of or the thought process of how someone looks at sex. And those need to be taken serious, and it is a conversation to be had, because you cannot judge your partner or anybody for that matter. You shouldn't judge anybody anyways, right? You should be free to explore however, with whoever you want to. Now you can have your own boundaries and say, hey, I can't, like, personally for me, that's not for me. Nothing wrong with that. You both just should go your separate ways. There's nothing wrong with it, but it doesn't mean that she's done something wrong or you've done something wrong. And it doesn't mean one of you better than the other person. However, you can figure out if something from their history has caused that type of behavior, because that can absolutely change how you look at it. And even though it may hurt you a bit, or like, or you think, and I just got my second point, even though that may hurt you a bit and you think about it, that has to be taken into consideration, because it can absolutely play a role in why somebody is more sexual or even less sexual or even weird in bed. Like there's so many different factors that plays. I think we kind of see it playing out by a very popular case that's going on right now. Really won't get into it, but we see some of those things coming out from like a girl who may have just been like normal, but she was exposed to some things at a very young age, and then little by little it kind of changed her nature. And so there's a mental health aspect. And for you said something about your mental health, so you should understand that more than anybody. Now, I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm saying you should explore and ask about that. That's number one. Number two, the one thing that I can understand that he's saying is he would be able to deal with it, but he thinks about it when it pops up into his head, and then he kind of like, what did he say exactly? He says, the part her past keeps messing with my head. So he said, I still feel sick when I think about it. That is hard to get over.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Like, and it can even affect your life in the bedroom, right? Like you could be in the middle of it and getting on, and then boom, this thought pops in your head, and you're like, oh, she did this crazy shit with someone else, and it was way crazier than this, and then boom, completely like messes up. That's hard to deal with.
Yeah.
You got to figure out if you can handle this, and then you're going to have to basically force yourself to stop thinking about this or figure out a way to get over it. And I don't really know what that is. But first and foremost, I personally feel like figure out if you want to move forward. If you decide to move forward with her, then you're going to have to come to terms with that past and because you got to be honest with yourself. If it's something you can't handle and it's going to keep coming up, I think I say this all the time.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but you're going to have to do what you got to do, because it's going to ruin. It sounds like it may have already started ruining you.
Absolutely. But also it's like, if you choose to like move forward with her, you, like you said, like you have to find a way to like, deal with it or like put it behind you. But you can't bring it up to her then moving forward. I don't think that it's fair.
Yeah, I agree.
To do so,
I agree.
Man, that's difficult, because I'm such a visual person.
Me too. And I have a crazy imagination.
You do. You
I
have
do.
a
I have an
wild
imagination
one.
so vivid that like it can affect me. It can affect my temperature. It can affect my mood. I mean, just my imagination can affect my mood, and I have to like snap myself.
It won't
out
even
of it.
actually be a real thing happening. It's just
and
like,
it won't be. Yeah.
yeah.
And it's a conscious thing where I have to literally physically snap myself out of it, and that's what you're gonna have to do if you decide to move forward. You're gonna have to snap yourself out of it. It's something that you're gonna have to tell yourself and practice, and it does get better with time. But I totally understand. Like at first, it might not have been a big deal, but now you're serious about her, and these things start becoming a big deal. I absolutely understand that.
I also am a believer in like having conversations. Like if your partner is comfortable
Yeah.
maybe talking it out a little bit, getting that like understanding as to like, like you had mentioned, her past, understanding like the why behind it all. Like
Yeah.
it might actually help a little, just a tad bit.
Also, I'd add if it's some wild stuff, and see if it's something you might be into.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, because like if it is something that like you might be willing to try, like I don't know, you might find some
Might help you a little bit.
excitement. Might help a little
Explore
bit.
those kinks, man. We don't kink shame around here.
We do not.
Explore those kinks.
No, that's a great
You'd
point.
be surprised. You'd be very surprised, especially if you're serious about this girl. That's my insight here.
Yeah. No, that's great. That was a really good one. Definitely something like I think a lot of people
Do you think
can relate
someone's
to.
past can mess you up like how you look at it? Do you think I could tell you something so crazy that I've done that you would be like, oh, like I don't know if I can get past that.
Listen,
Almost like on some ick type shit,
as long as it's not anything obviously crazy,
Yeah.
like
I mean, I don't know how crazy it can get.
well, like without saying things, there are some absolutely disgusting perverts out there,
There's
right?
there's
So,
disgusting
if
and then there's
we
just
are-
like wild, right? I'm not even
Yeah,
talking about
no,
like
if
disgusting.
we're like counting all of that out,
Yeah.
the pervert stuff, and it is just your average, like, I mean, I know that this shit can get real wild. I would be okay. I would ask me, I would ask so many questions.
I know. That's how we get. We over here like asking questions, and it's not normal, but
I would be like, how did that make you feel? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, like for me, but also I am not the type to like hold your past against you
For sure.
either. Yeah. And but that takes a lot, of what's the word?
What if it's like, oh, I got a good one. What if it's
Yeah.
like a girl you're repulsed by? That's a good one.
No, that is such a
Maybe
good
the
one.
action isn't crazy, but you're like, you slept with her, like.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, I wouldn't think anything. I wouldn't really think anything of it because also like, like before you meet your partner, they were just young and dumb.
I guess.
They didn't know what they were doing until you came along and
Yeah.
like
I don't
that's how
know.
I look at it.
Yeah.
We've all made some,
Yeah.
wild decisions or like have chosen people that are just questionable.
Listen, we all got regrets. We absolutely have regrets.
So many regrets.
And regret. And it sounds like she said she doesn't do that. So maybe she's ashamed. Like maybe, or not ashamed, but maybe it's just like something like she's not into or isn't happy about. And if that's the case,
that could absolutely.
I mean, he said that she
Yeah.
changed. I mean, he said that. I think he said something to the extent of like she'd never do that now.
See, your partner.
He just said she also did something a couple months ago before we met that or a couple months before we met that while not as bad, it's still something I'd never be okay with from a partner. It's hard, man. It's hard.
Damn, I want to know so
I
bad.
know. He left all the good stuff out, man.
No, because also like is he
It's hard
just
to give you
being
that type
like
of
extreme?
yeah.
Like
That's
he
another
could,
thing. It's hard to
he
give
could
you that
be
advice.
that guy that like
Yeah.
just likes it missionary.
Yeah. Yeah. What if
And-
the extreme is like she did something, that you would have never done,
Yeah.
but to the average person, it's like, oh, that's not that crazy.
Right.
Or what if you're wild and she did something wilder? Like, we don't know. The context really isn't there.
It's not.
I definitely have like my boundaries of things that like if I found out, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I don't know if I could. But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep. So I don't know. That's all I got, man. Hey, good luck. Good luck, bro. You got to figure out if you can move forward. If you can, you're going to have to snap yourself out of it. Get your imagination out of your head. Or maybe explore some of the things she did and see if it's something like you might be into. I don't know. But one of the three things have to happen.
My boyfriend and I are about to go long distance in the next 2 days. I love him with everything that I am, and I know that this is the man I want to marry someday, but I've never been able to cope with a long distance relationship before. and it's putting a massive toll on my mental health. The thing is, I don't know when I'm going to see him again because he's going for work and doesn't know when he will come back. We can't afford to visit each other because this is his first job and I'm still in college, so money is tight. How do I cope with this without fully breaking down?
He's going long distance for how long?
They're not sure. So he's moving away for a job.
Okay.
Okay.
He's
And
moving
they
away for
have
a
no
job. They don't
idea,
know how
but they
long.
don't have money is tight, so they don't
How
have money
long?
to
Do we know
travel
how?
to each other.
And we don't know how long the distance is.
We do not, but it is enough that she feels like she is breaking mentally.
That is hard. From going from regular
Yes.
normal relationship to a long distance relationship.
And they're in love. She knows this is the man that she wants to marry.
Yeah.
She has not elaborated on how long they have been together. But I would imagine the love is like really strong, right? Like if you're
Yeah.
looking to be married someday.
This is a hard one. This is hard. This is really hard because this is going to be a test of the relationship. Do we know what the job is? Is it his career?
Yes, so it is his career. He just
like a real
got out
career.
of college. She's still in college. So
And that's one of those things. Men will put their career ahead of everything, especially when they're young, and that's what their goal is. Like that'll come before. Yeah. Okay. All right. Few things. First and foremost, go with it at 1st. Let it happen. Figure out if you can handle it and how you're going to maneuver. There's no like one size fits all. There's no, hey, if you do this, you're going to feel better about it. You literally won't know until it happens. You're going to freak out at first, but just see how you feel because it's not going to feel great. I can probably promise you that, but it may be something you may surprise yourself and be able to handle it if you guys are doing specific things and certain things to keep the reassurance and to keep the trust alive. Those things have to be done. They got to be done. Because insecurity is going to creep in. I don't care how long you've been together, how much you trust each other. He's going to be in a different place around different women, I'm sure. He might make friends and go out with those friends. There has to be some things in place to make this work. First and foremost, y'all's communications got to be on point. Listen, bro, I'm going to talk straight to you. Whatever she asks for, if you love this girl and you think you guys are going to end up together, this is only based on that. If you're going to go off and fuck off and do whatever you want, this is not advice for you. If you love this girl and want to make it work with this girl, whatever she needs, give it to her. Whatever reassurance she needs, answer her fucking phone calls when she calls. If she's getting crazy, have the conversation. But I promise you, normally, if you're doing the things to reassure her and give her that security that she needs, the craziness won't creep in. It's when you start doing some bullshit and then start getting defensive, like, oh, I told you I was doing this and I told you I was she's going to start getting crazy. And allow her to have those feelings and emotions because they're going to come up, and especially if she's already freaking out now. And if you love her, handle it, deal with it. Do not make her feel like she's crazy. Don't make her feel like she's crazy. If you love this girl, this is how love works. Reassure her, give her the security that she needs. FaceTime the shit out of her, okay? Every moment you get, right? Let her know what the job is, where you're at, what you're doing. Turn the location on, right? Like, do the things that just make her feel secure, and do them without do these things without her asking.
I like that.
Do them without her asking. Again, this is only if you love this girl. This is not for the player. This is not for the guy who plans to go off and do his own thing. If that's the case, you're gonna drive this girl crazy, break her heart, and you're gonna fuck her up. Okay, so just leave her now. Make sure she knows your schedule. Make sure she knows the people around you. Introduce her to the people. Take pictures when you're out and post them. And don't say, hey, I'm posting these so you know where I'm at. Just post them so that when she's looking at your story or she's looking on your Instagram, she's like, oh, I know this person. Oh, I know that person. Oh, he was where he said he was going to be. Just do these things proactively. Don't wait till she says, I haven't heard from you. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. And then you're like, oh, you know, I had to work and you know, I do that. Bro, it's going to drive her crazy. OK, that's just advice to you. Do the thing. You know what to do. As a man, we know what to do. We know what to do. We just be annoyed with that shit because what's going to happen is you're going to not be fucking off and she's going to think you're doing something and then you're going to get annoyed. Don't get annoyed, bro. Just if you're not doing nothing, then there's no reason to just not oblige to her wishes, right? She won't go crazy if you do this. She will go crazy if you don't do this. Yeah. I promise you. And she's already freaking out. So I know what type of girl she is, okay? And that's my advice to him.
Yeah. That's great advice. I feel like the men need to hear it because you all are like, you know,
yeah.
You're just different creatures.
Yeah.
Right? Your ego gets the best of you and then you're
gonna want to get irritated
defensive,
with her.
Like
very
really,
defensive, yeah.
really quickly.
Well, the reason that happens is typically because the girl approaches the situation in attack mode. And I say this all the time. If you attack me, I'm going to defend if somebody starts punching me, I'm putting my hands up. But if you approach me on some communication, we're going to have a very productive conversation. Not usually how it goes when the girl is freaking out.
That's very true.
So don't get you're going to want to. And it may happen at some point. I'm telling you, y'all gonna ruin this relationship. If you're that long distance shit, it's hard. But you can do these small little things that'll keep your relationship strong. Do the FaceTiming. Figure out if y'all like the intimacy over FaceTime or over texting, or whatever that part takes. I don't know how y'all get down. I like me some video stuff, you know. I like me some sexting. That's my speed if I'm far away.
Yes, it's great.
Send the nudes, right?
Make it spicy.
Yeah, have fun with it because long distance is hard, but there are some things you can do to keep that spark alive.
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree. And when I saw this, I was like, oh, this is so great because if you don't know, we have actually been in a long distance relationship for 7 years, a little over 7 years now.
Yeah. So the advice I give you is based on me doing both, right?
Yes.
It's based on me doing both.
We've learned so much.
Yeah, it's based on me getting defensive when she's like, where are you? You didn't answer the phone. You didn't do this. And I'm like, you know where I'm at. I always answer the phone. I always do this. You know I have to do that. You know I got the kids. I'm with you 24. That shit is not productive.
Not at all.
Here's
when really, like as babe. Women, we just want that reassurance.
That's it.
Like
that's literally, I swear to God, it's just reassurance.
Absolutely.
Reassurance. Wake up every day. Good morning, beautiful. I'm up. I'm about to head to work. You want to FaceTime real quick? Whatever it takes. It's not hard to do. You just got to be consistent. You got to care about the relationship. And if it starts feeling like a chore or a job, then walk away. But don't drive her crazy because you want to act an ass. But that's my advice for him. Do you have advice for her?
I do. Yes. So, woman to woman, what that saying that distance makes the heart grow fonder could not be more true. I remember.
I love that.
Yes.
It's a good angle.
So
great angle.
Especially in our first year of long distance, that was probably the hardest.
Never done that before.
Like we were going weeks. So like, of course he, being in Atlanta, I'm in the Nashville area. So it's like 3.5 hours away. Not too bad of a drive. But, when you have, when you have like full-time jobs and like kids are involved and it definitely makes it so much harder to be able to connect in person. So, we definitely have connected through FaceTime, and our communication is so top tier. I truly believe no, of course. No, not in the beginning. No, it was hard. But when we figured it out, I think that's also something that has helped the long distance relationship like continue on, because if you have poor communication, it is just absolutely not going to work.
Yeah. This is a maturity thing.
It is, yeah.
It's a maturity thing.
And I say, like, you know, like distance makes the heart grow fonder. When you are away from each other, you actually have that time to like miss each other. And
That
then when
is
you
very
come
true.
together, like, it's so exciting. Not saying like if, you know, like being with your partner every day, like, yes, is exciting. But now you get to, you know, experience, like what it's like to like miss your partner. And I promise you, like when you do come together, it's just gonna be even more special. Absolutely.
Yeah. This makes or breaks the relationship. But if it makes it makes it 10 times stronger than just living with your partner and things becoming mundane and things becoming clockwork. What it was becoming just, you know,
just like kind of like
robotic.
You're just like going through the motion.
Yeah, going through the motion.
Absolutely.
There's something about that long distance that makes you cherish that time. Dude, when you get together, like every minute counts. Every minute counts, and that shit is different than you're with your partner every day. There's certain problems that you may not have ever worked through if you were just with your partner every day. But when you're long distance, those problems are amplified. So you're striving and struggling and trying really hard to like get rid of those, because you don't want to like be in a fight with your partner and you're like 300 miles away. That shit is hard. When you're in a fight with your partner and they're just upstairs, you can go days without like talking because you're like, fucking, they're upstairs. Like, who cares?
He's around.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. When you 300 miles away and you fight, that shit hurts. That shit's hard to deal with. And you got to learn how to deal with it. And you do, and when you figure out, oh, we can get through that, we can really get through anything. This really makes or breaks a relationship. But if it breaks it, it is what it is, right? You kind of already had that fear. But if it makes the relationship, if you get through it, there's nothing you can't overcome. So that's the positive side of this. It really makes you 10 times stronger. I just want to give some positive vibes about this because it seems like such a negative, you know, experience and such a fearful experience.
People are so scared of long distance relationships and like, oh my goodness, like what if my boyfriend or my husband or wife like has to move for work? And like, you know, it truly has been an incredible experience. Not always, of course, like we definitely like had a lot of like, you know, learning and growing to do.
Yeah.
But I will say I'm grateful for the journey. I also, another piece of advice that I would love to give to her is use this time to truly like work on yourself as an individual.
Yep.
That was really important for me. I feel like it's so easy to become dependent on your partner when they're always around.
Yeah.
You know? But when you're in a long distance relationship, you have to like learn how to enjoy your own company. And when you get there, it is the most like, it just, it makes it even better. Like, yes, I miss you so much while you're away. But then I also, you know, when you are away, while I miss you incredibly, I feel okay.
Yeah.
Because I am okay, like, you know, being alone sometimes. Yeah. So it doesn't weigh on me mentally like it used to when I felt like oh my gosh, I need him. Like he's literally like the only source of my happiness.
Yeah.
And so, it's like, it's just learning to like enjoy your own company. If you have friends, like absolutely like lean on them during this time, you know, like go to brunch, do Pilates if you're a Pilates princess. But yeah, just like do those things that like truly make you happy. Cause I feel like where people go wrong is like they don't have anything going on. They have nothing happening for them.
Sitting there waiting on the phone. I can tell you this for sure. If you're like you're doing something and I don't got nothing going on and I get bored and then all these thoughts fill my head and then it just spike and spiral. But if you're out doing something, or not even out, but if you're just like busy and then I am busy at the same time, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm working, you're working, and then we don't. It doesn't. These like crazy thoughts don't creep into my mind. I will say, couple things. You're gonna have insecurities. The few things I will say is don't ignore any red flags that you may see, but also be careful not to create red flags.
That's great
Don't
advice.
ignore any sort of suspicions you have, but also know the difference between that and your insecurity. Right? Don't create scenarios and then go off on him about it. When you know you're just being crazy. Women know when you're just being crazy. But that also doesn't mean ignore it doesn't mean ignore your suspicions and when you're having your intuition. Don't ignore that either. There are signs, right? There's definitely signs. You'll be able to tell when if he starts kind of falling off or if
They'll
he
start
starts
creating like patterns. Right?
yes,
like
for sure. When he starts getting off his habits or he starts lacking interest, don't ignore that. You're gonna want to fight to get it back, but it's harder to do when he's not in town or he's and it's on him if he wants to continue the relationship and you make like he's got to work for it and you've got to work for it. It can't be one of y'all working and the other one's not working.
Absolutely.
Both of it. You got to have this conversation prior to him leaving.
Yes.
Have the conversation. That way you both set these boundaries. Hey, you start falling off from this shit that I need from you, we both know it's over. Right? And same thing with me. Hold me accountable. If I start falling off from these duties, remind me of them. And if I don't show improve, it's over.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to continue to show up for each other no matter how many miles apart you are. Like now I feel like you have to put in even more work when you're long distance because you're not there to like see each other in person and to physically touch each other.
Yeah.
So
it's what makes you stronger.
Absolutely.
Putting in more work, having to put in more work. Again, it's why you'll be able to, if it makes you, it's why you'll be able to conquer anything. You'll overcome anything. Because when you're back together and he never has to leave again, or if you're able to move with him or whatever the case may be, you're not going to worry about shit because y'all held it the fuck down when shit should have been, when
it's a
when
great
it was harder to.
accomplishment.
Yeah.
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah. I thought that was like really great.
For sure.
Yeah. I think that in our 7 years long distance relationship, it's proven that you can absolutely make it work. For sure. So I wish them the absolute best.
Good luck, man. Like I tell all of y'all, good luck. We want to see people work out.
We do. Like we say, we love love.
We love love. We want to see that relationship go strong. For sure. So I don't know.
Do you have any updates?
No updates?
No updates.
No, I ain't got no updates this week, unfortunately.
I don't have any either.
Yeah. We'll start asking for these updates to see if some of the stories from the prior week or even from weeks ago, if some of them came, if things came into fruition or if you found out whatever your partner was hiding or whatever the case may be, we definitely will find that out. Again, I'm going to tell y'all, if you got something with your partner and you want some advice from two of the most brilliant relationship minds in existence, okay, go send it to loveupfordebate@gmail.com. It's very simple. Name of the show, Love Up for Debate at gmail.com. And we'll throw it on here. Hopefully, if we ain't got too many flooding in, and then we'll go from there. Don't send us no crazy shit. Don't send us no fake shit. We will be able to get it. And don't send us no obvious. Listen, don't send us the obvious shit. Like if like, oh, I found a girl in my man's phone and she was sending nudes. Like, what should I do? Nigga, leave him. Like, he's cheating. Like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all know what that means.
We read so many of those. Like,
it's like, come on, man. Like, are you serious? Like, one was like, I changed I found my girl changing my name in her phone when she leaves the house to like dad or something. Like, bro, she's
dad.
Yeah, she's with another man. Like, what, do we have to tell you that on air for you to like, you know what I mean? Do we got to tell you that in real life?
Oh, it's very obvious.
We'll still
So
take it though. We'll read through them. We might be able to throw it on here. We're just messing with you. Again, I want to introduce myself. My name is Breeze Oliver, my beautiful goddess of a co-host and partner in crime, partner in life.
Kerushi Drake.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Till next time, Lover for Debate, episode 3, and we are
Yes.
out of here.
Bye.